Welcome to the Neighbors for Neighbors 2018 Holiday Special, filmed aboard the magical Polar Express. Let's take you now to our host, Cynthia Demas.
It's that time where we wrap up another year of connecting those in need with those who can help. Now this year, we're going to go on a journey to show you the places we've been and the people we have helped. But first, we need a ticket to the Polar Express. Take a look at this right here. Thank you very much. This is a magic ticket. This is going to take us back to earlier this year to show you just how easy it is to connect those in need with those who can help. It's as simple as just donating a costume. You know, for years, Neighbors for Neighbors has run Operation Candy Corn, collecting Halloween costumes for those in need in Miami-Dade and Broward counties. We collect thousands a year. As a matter of fact, one school participated, and they didn't just collect a few costumes, they collected hundreds.
The kids were just so excited to send in their costumes that they weren't using anymore because they knew that it was going to someone that needed it. It lets them know that, you know, while we are very fortunate to have the things that we have, there's other children in the neighborhood that aren't as fortunate. So, you know, it's nice to be able to share things with them and reach out to other neighborhoods so that they can see, oh, this family needs this, or, you know, this family is not as fortunate as us, so I have something that I can give to them, and then that makes them feel better, and then it helps them to be better adults when they grow up, when they become a little more cognizant of the things that are around them and how fortunate they are to have things.
The costumes were then loaded up and taken to our partners at Connect Familias, who distributed them to families in need, but not before they gushed over each one.
The droid you're looking for. That is hilarious. Hey. Thank you, Neighbors for Neighbors.
Children have a special place in our hearts and in the hearts of our partners at the Children's Services Council of Broward County. You know, we work with them this year to make sure that thousands of kids went back to school with everything they needed.
The Back to School Extravaganza represents both the happiest and the saddest days of my year. This year there will be 4 days where we get to see just how desperate some of our neighbors are, where they'll line up as early as 7 o'clock in the morning for a 10 o'clock opening to get backpacks and books and shoes and uniforms for their children. At the same time, it makes me so happy that our community steps up in such an amazing way.
When students don't have pencils or pens, they can't even begin to do their work. And so by providing that to students, we create one less worry for them and their families, and they can focus more on their school and other things that involve being a kid and growing up.
Helping them sign up for health care and vision screenings and free and reduced lunch. So there's all kinds of important community services that are at the events also.
You know, I'm very appreciative for it. You know, it really helps parents. You know, this is a good initiative, and especially with the books, we were able to get books, and my kids love to read.
It makes like yourself feel fulfilled for helping others, and you know, like it's not just about you, it's about everybody else and helping the community.
Our kids are very happy, and that's it. We're very thankful for everything that you guys are doing for us.
To keep programs like these on the rails, we reach out to our community leaders. We ask them to step out of their comfort zone, which they always do, for our annual fundraiser at Lips and Fort Lauderdale, and boy, was it full steam ahead. The place was packed with friends and family who came out to cheer our community supporters like Susan Renison and Elisa Lovett, who teamed up with Vaughn Freeman, the director of marketing from Entercom, and they channeled their inner 70s groove.
You know, we're not rookies anymore. We're veterans.
Yeah.
We've done this.
We just get up there and do it. Well, the reason we're here for our 4th year is because we truly believe in the work that Neighbors for Neighbors does. They make such an impact in our community, and we try to do what we can to make an impact for Neighbors so they can go out and do what they do best.
And no one had more fun than our newest board member and local attorney, Justin Napola, and his wife, Jackie, who transformed into Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. Mark Corbett, publisher of Gold Coast Fort Lauderdale Daily, proved that not just the girls want to have fun as he took over the stage as Cyndi Lauper. And this night had an incredible guest as our chairman, Michael Goodman, blew the audience away as Cher.
This is a dream come true to support Neighbors for Neighbors and have all these great people here in one place and helping each other. It's all what it's about.
Thank you so much, everybody. The energy at this year's event was just electric. We cannot thank our supporters enough. I know, let's take this note and send it to Santa, telling him how grateful we are. And we're just waiting for our train to arrive. Hey, did you know that a big part of our mission is developing and delivering resources, donated goods, and volunteers to our almost 200 nonprofit partners? Sometimes that community support comes in the way of delicious food on a plate served up by South Florida's top chefs. Whoa, and by the magic of television, I'm transported to Miami Beach. Wouldn't you just love to be transported to Miami Beach anytime? We are at the National Hotel. It is a beautiful venue, and it is the location of Chefs for Neighbors this year. We have Nicole Whitaker, Sales and Marketing Director here at the National. Tell us what this is all about and why you're doing this for the second year in a row.
This is all about families in need. This is all about raising money to help those families in need locally and also to assist with the hurricane victims of Hurricane Michael recently with the Neighbors for Neighbors.
This delicious event took place under the moonlit skies of Miami Beach. More than a dozen of Miami's best chefs gathered their signature dishes while helping raise money for Neighbors for Neighbors. Magical events like Chefs for Neighbors and Lips help show what we do best, and that is connecting those in need with those who can actually help. And coming up, we're going to show you even more how food really brings people together.
Welcome back to the Neighbors for Neighbors 2018 Holiday Special. Filmed aboard the magical Polar Express. Come aboard with our host, Cynthia Demas.
We are so excited you're joining us aboard the Polar Express this year, and only a magical train like this could take us back to show you all the wonderful things we participated in this year. But you must believe, and that is exactly what 104.3 The Sharks' Big Mistake did. They believed they could help all students in Broward with school lunches, and they did. Come on.
Hi, we're here presenting checks for the food fight. Essentially, we all came together here at the Shark and decided we didn't want to see any student go without a full and nutritious lunch, so we started fundraising to pay off the outstanding student lunch debt in Broward County, and of course give each school some money to pull from, so it wasn't just like a and tomorrow charges start racking up thing. And now y'all are here because you want your money, right?
On behalf of Broward County Public Schools Food and Nutrition Services and the district as a whole, we just are so appreciative to Shark for coming up with such a creative program to help reduce student debt for meals that will help us continue to feed more children.
We just want to give you this certificate of appreciation and thank you for thinking of our children in our schools. We're at our best when we have government, our radio station, our community working together to make sure that our kids are able to have whatever they need so that they have a great educational experience.
Neighbors for Neighbors was thrilled when they were contacted by a group from Franklin Academy in Pembroke Pines. They hosted a food drive, and food came in by the truckload.
I think that especially in our community, we're very blessed and our students are very blessed. And And so the fact that they have the knowledge that there's other students, you know, in maybe not our community, but in other communities that are not as well blessed, that we're able to help them.
I want to say thank you to Franklin Academy for joining us. So every Thanksgiving we've been feeding 2 to 3 families because that's, you know, so within the budget. So this year we thought, why not involve the school? And I presented it to them and they immediately said yes. They said, well, we're in, and we put it together. We had 2 meetings, we put it together. And look what we did. I mean, this whole truck was full, and that whole truck is full. I think they think we're done, but we're not. We got a whole truck. Actually, there's more stuff in there that wasn't here. So we got a whole nother truck coming.
It was then all sorted and boxed by the kids at Millennium Collegiate Academy and Middle School in Tamarack. This collection helped more than 100 families. Now, the families didn't only get food, but toiletries and cleaning products, all right before Thanksgiving. It was almost unbelievable how quickly these kids worked, and we couldn't be more proud of the students at Franklin who collected this much needed food. Connecting those in need with those who can help is what we do, and see it all come together is what we live for. So our next story involves someone who maybe you haven't heard of yet, but who is definitely a Miami icon. There you go. Thank you very much. And Jim Barry has more.
At his Miami boxing and fitness gym, Mickey Demas is about to host a party for a lady he had never met. It is their shared history and her circumstances that have brought them together.
By the way, the guy that we're honoring today, Levi Forte, invented the rope-a-dope.
Demas is telling his boxing class about Margia's husband of 54 years, Levi Forte. He was a boxer who sparred and trained with the most famous fighter of all time.
I am the greatest.
Forte first met Muhammad Ali at his other gig. He was the first black bellman at the Fontainebleau Hotel, where he often put up with the indignities of what then was a segregated town. His boss even gave him time off from work to hang out with Ali, where Forte told him the secret of beating the then invincible George Foreman.
And then he told him about the rope-a-dope. And say, you lay on the rope and he'll be the dope.
Forte got the idea because he himself once fought Foreman and took him the distance. But earlier this spring, Levi Forte succumbed to an opponent he could not beat, cancer. Battling the illness sapped his strength and his savings.
So now, when he finally goes, he has nothing. I'm left with nothing.
We're here to help the family.
When Mickey Demas heard of her plight, he organized a fundraising effort to help Margia fulfill her late husband's dying wish, to return his ashes to his native Alabama by his mother's gravesite. It was a story that touched many of those at Demas's gym.
I distinctly remember the bellman that worked in that building.
Wow.
No one should have to suffer to send somebody's remains back from where they came. That's just not acceptable.
Dig in, dig in, dig in.
For Demas, a longtime boxer himself, the motivation is simple.
Boxers are always there for boxers.
Demas's fundraiser even drew a former fighter whom Forte once trained. Joe Vega says their connection went beyond the ring.
It was a bond that was like father and son.
The boxing ring is not known as a place of compassion. But during this holiday, in the center of this gym, is a spirit of giving, one that Margia Forte only wishes Levi were alive to see.
He would be more than joyful. And he would be so happy to know that somebody is helping me to fulfill my promise that I made to him.
Well, if you would like to help Margia Forte, Neighbors for Neighbors has set up a way to help. To designate your contribution to the Levi Forte Fund, use this link that is on your screen.
What an incredible life he lived.
Absolutely, and she's an incredible lady too.
We're so grateful for those who came together to help raise funds so this Miami icon could return to his hometown and help out his widow. So a big thank you for that support. You know, something we all need is a lot of support and a lot of pizza, right guys? Absolutely. We want to thank our newest partners, Mod Pizza, along with BBX Capital and Hoffman's Chocolate, participating this year in Operation Elf. Back in November, they hosted a delicious kickoff party at their beautiful Kendall location, treating our special guests to yummy pizza. They also held a fundraiser and in one weekend raised $6,000 to help support our gift card drive. With this money, families in need will be able to get what they're hoping for this holiday season.
The
holidays is such a sensitive time of the year, and it's really heartfelt. And although MOD spreads modness all year long, the holidays are, like I said, especially sensitive. So for us to be able to help those in need with providing gift cards to families that maybe are not so fortunate, but do deserve to have a good holiday, we're just happy to be part of that. You know, again, for us, it's all about spreading modness, and to be partnering with Neighbors for Neighbors is just such an amazing partnership.
It's a support of community partners like Mod Pizza that help us do what we do. And there are a lot of families still in need that you can help. Just go to our website, neighborsforneighbors.org, and you can help a lot of families during the holidays.
Stay tuned for more holiday joy. Join us once again for the final leg of the Neighbors for Neighbors 2018 Holiday Special, filmed aboard the magical Polar Express. Let's take you now to our host, Cynthia Demas.
This year marks a special milestone for one of our biggest supporters, Biscayne National Park. It's their 50th anniversary. You know, the folks at the Herbert W. Hoover Foundation has supported this amazing area and helped it become a national park.
2018 marks the 50th anniversary of Biscayne National Park. The park's history spans 10,000 years, from shipwrecks to the Dante Fussell Visitor Center, which sits on an historic site. Encompassing 4 distinct ecosystems, this park is home to nearly 600 species of fish, a portion of the 3rd largest coral reef tract in the world, and the longest continuous stretch of mangroves on Florida's east coast. A small group joined by Herbert W. Hoover saw the importance of this area and fought to preserve it as a national park.
We are honored to be part of all of this legacy. So you should make this your year to visit this magical place right in our own backyard. Some of our supporters are sweeter than others. You see, Hoffman Chocolates hosted a very special event with a very special guest. For an afternoon, these families were able to forget all about cancer and watch their children open gifts delivered directly from the North Pole by Santa himself.
Every year, this is the 2nd year we've done this, and it's an amazing feeling. We could see it in the looks of the families. We know they need a relief. We know what they're feeling. For us, it's what we do. This is why we do what we do. We have a chocolate factory, we have chocolate, we have ice cream, and it's really about tradition. So we kind of want to remind them that we know what they're going through. It's a hardship. And if we can put a smile on their face, if we could share the merry, even if it's for an hour, that's what we do.
The families were also treated to an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of the factory, followed by some really cool ice skating.
It gives family, you know, a breather from things that they're not able to get because of loss of income from all these treatments and everything from, you know, you can't work, you have to be at the hospital with your kids. So it was nice. It was very nice, and I appreciate it a lot. For y'all to do this is very nice because, you know, to know that there's people out there that cares about everything that you're going through. So that's very nice. Like, you can't find too many people like that. So that's very good. I never knew what it felt like until I went through it.
Exchanges like these are happening all over South Florida thanks to companies like Hoffman's Chocolates and Hooters, and even individuals who open up their hearts this holiday season. You know, our partners at CBS 4 actually spoke with a family whose life was changed because of our program. Diane Magnum has more.
The holiday season is certainly a special time to connect and give back. That's why every year Neighbors for Neighbors works to connect those in need with those who'd like to give. Last year alone, the Adopt a Family program helped hundreds of South Florida families celebrate with Christmas gifts and a whole lot more. CBS 4's Rutabe Shabazi has the story.
Yaimara Pinero stands with her 11-year-old daughter, Jasmine Molina, as Jasmine's classmates celebrate her with holiday cheer during the ARC School's annual Christmas show. Jasmine has special needs, one of several students here at the school in Florida City, where her mother also works as a secretary.
Jasmine was born normally. You know, there was a problem at the time of birth. She got congenital strokes.
and that caused all the problems. She was coming normal, but so she started here in ARC in the B2 program, and she's been here ever since, 9 years already.
In 2011, just after Yamara divorced her husband, she ran into hard times. So as the holidays approached, the school's director and Yamara's boss nominated the young mom of 2 and her kids for the Neighbors for Neighbors Adopt a Family program.
I was just trying to figure everything out with a 5-year-old and a 5-month-old baby. Didn't know what Christmas was going to be like. So here in my daughter's school, where I recently started working, they nominated me for the Neighbors for Neighbors campaign. I didn't know anything about it. And it was the best Christmas my kids could ever have.
It's just an alleviation and the spirit that comes all together, that somebody's helping them during Christmas time. And that's what Christmas is all about, you know? Reaching out to each other.
And nothing's changed, as Yaimara previously explained during a Neighbors for Neighbors 25th anniversary special.
That year when I shared with you, I said, this is my calling, you know. This is what I was meant to do, you know, help other people.
And it's a perfect fit and a blessing for Yaimara. She gets to work where Jasmine spends her days watching her little girl grow. And she also gets to help others like others once helped her. What better example of the spirit of the holidays could there be?
Stories like these really show the importance of Adopt a Family. You know, it's not just about giving gifts of material value. It's about kindness, it's about hope, it's about growing stronger as a community.
We've chosen to partner today with Connect Familias, which works deeply and intimately with families in the Little Havana community to provide services and connect them with the things that their families may need to thrive and survive all year long. So it's not just a party we're having today, it's the ability for families as they enter to learn about where they can access English as a second language courses, job training courses, how to connect their children to dental care or medical care. So this is a great partnership where it's fun for the kids for the holidays, but it's also important for the families all year long.
Everyone on the Polar Express is having the best time. We love seeing all the holiday cheer this time of year, and a good cookie too. We want to be jolly and happy just like good old St. Nick down there, and we especially love to see the involvement of some very kind-hearted high school students. Is that cookie good?
Coral Reef High School is teaming up with CBS 4's Neighbors for Neighbors Adopt a Family program to help families in need this holiday season. The high school has adopted a record number of 46 families this year. Today, some Coral Reef seniors went shopping at the falls to pick out some special holiday gifts.
It's just a very special moment because you get to put a face to the name that they gave you, and you get to personally give the person your gift and see as they open the gift and their reactions. So it's really special to me.
Coral Reef students have adopted families for the past 10 years. They'll host their gift exchange event next week.
As we return back to the station, we can't help but think of the journey that we've been on together throughout the years of you supporting Neighbors for Neighbors. Some of you for many, many, many years in the past, and hopefully many years in the future, helping us connect those in need with those who can help. We'd also like to show our appreciation to our generous sponsors. To CBS 4 and MyTV33, thank you for all you do to help us share all of these stories on air. To the Herbert W. Hoover Foundation, the Children's Services Council of Broward County, and Connect Familias, we thank you for your support of all our programs. Also to Berkowitz, Pollock, Brandt, and Infrasol, thank you for keeping us running behind the scenes as well. On behalf of all of us at Neighbors for Neighbors, we wish you the happiest of holidays and a wonderful new year. We will see you in 2019 as we continue on another magical journey, connecting those in need with those who can help. Happy holidays, everyone.